Have you ever dreamed of taking your RV out for a real winter adventure, but then all the what-ifs start creeping in? Well, you are in the exact right place. We're going to break down the Northern Nomads Guide and turn that frosty dream into a super warm, super safe reality. Let's jump in.
And the guide doesn't pull any punches. It kicks off with this really stark reminder because, let's be honest, when you're dealing with freezing temperatures, getting prepared isn't just about being comfortable. It can literally be about survival. This is the big idea we've got to keep in mind.
I mean, of course you are. That's the whole point, isn't it? Waking up, peeking out the window, and seeing this incredible, silent, snow-covered world, all from the warmth of your own little home on wheels. It's an amazing picture, but making it happen safely takes a solid plan.
And here they are. These are kind of the villains of our story. The big three challenges standing between you and that perfect winter morning. Each one is a pretty serious threat on its own, but the good news is every single one can be beaten with the right gear and a little bit of know-how. So where do we even begin? Well, we start with the RV itself. Before you worry about anything else, you have to turn your vehicle into a fortress against the cold. It's all about keeping that precious warm air in and all that cold air out. To do that, you've got to understand this one key term, R value. Just think of it like a power rating for your insulation. The bigger the number, the better it is at stopping heat from escaping. Knowing this helps you make really smart choices about beefing up your RV's defenses. And this breaks it down perfectly. It's like a three-front war against heat loss. First, you hit the big areas, your walls and ceiling. Second, you seal up the weakest spots, which are always your windows and doors, using things like thermal curtains. And finally, you protect the spot everyone forgets, the underbelly, to stop that cold from sneaking up from the ground. Okay, so your shelter is nice and buttoned up. Now let's move on to protecting the critical systems inside it. We're talking about your water and your heat. These are the lifelines that really make your RV a home when it's freezing outside. Ah, yes. This is the absolute #1 nightmare for every winter RVer. A frozen pipe isn't just an inconvenience. It can burst, and that means serious, expensive damage. So the big question is, how do we stop it from ever happening? You fight it with this clear 4-step process. First, get all of the water out, and I mean all of it. Then, you open up all the faucets and flush the toilet to make sure the lines are totally clear. Third, you pump non-toxic RV antifreeze through the whole system. And for a final touch, you wrap any exposed pipes in some extra foam insulation. Now, what's really useful here is how this lays out your heating options. See, propane is like your powerful workhorse. Gets things warm fast, but you need good airflow. Electric is super easy and clean, but you've got to be plugged in. And diesel, that's the super efficient champ for the most extreme cold, but it costs more to get started. There's a right tool for every trip. Okay, so your RV is warm, its pipes are safe. Now it's time to talk about the journey itself. Driving a big rig in winter weather is, no joke. This whole section is about staying in control when the roads get nasty. Your first big decision is about what your RV is wearing on its feet. Studded tires are basically like cleats for your RV. They dig right into ice for incredible grip. But some places have laws against them. Non-studded winter tires are more like all-around athletes, great for a mix of snow and slush, and you don't have to worry about the legal stuff. But no matter how good your tires are, you have to be ready for the worst-case scenario. This list isn't just a suggestion, it's absolutely crucial. You need stuff for personal survival, like warm blankets and food, and stuff for vehicle safety, like flashlights and flares. This is your plan B, C, and D. Right, we've focused a ton on the cold outside, but there's this sneaky enemy that can attack from the inside. Yep, managing the air and moisture inside your RV is just as important as keeping the winter weather out. So what is this enemy? It's something you create every single day just by living and breathing inside a small, sealed-up box in the winter. It's quiet, it's relentless, and if you let it, it can cause some really nasty damage. And the culprit is condensation. It's so simple. Every breath you take, every pot of water you boil for pasta, it all releases moisture into the air. When that warm, damp air hits a cold surface, like a window, boom, it turns back into water. And wherever you have water sitting around, you can get mold. So how do we fight back? The strategy is all about getting that moist air out. You need good ventilation, maybe crack a roof vent. You can actively suck the water out of the air with a dehumidifier. Or you can even use those little moisture-absorbing crystal packs in corners. The goal is to keep your indoor humidity below 50%. Whew, we have covered a lot of ground, so now it's time to put it all together. Think of this as your pre-flight checklist before you launch your winter expedition. Just a quick, final look at the most important systems.
First up, your fortress. Do one last walk around. Do you feel any little drafts by the windows or the door? Are your thermal curtains up? Is your skirting secure? You want to make sure your armor is ready for battle.
Second, your lifelines. Go back and double-check your plumbing work. Are you 100% positive all the water got flushed out? You should only see that pink antifreeze in the pipes.
Third, your heat source. Do not wait until it's 10 degrees out to test your heater. Is your propane tank full? Are the vents clear of any snow or ice? Your heater is going to be your best friend out there. Make sure it's ready to go to work. And finally, your connection to the road. You got to remember that cold air makes tire pressure drop. So, have you checked it lately? Are the treads looking deep and ready for whatever the road throws at you? This last check is all about safety. And that is it. From fortifying your shelter to protecting your pipes to conquering the roads, you now have the complete blueprint from the Northern Nomads Guide. You've got the knowledge. The only question left is, are you ready to go have that adventure?